Right now, though, fending for yourself at college when you flee the nest for the first time, I can remember it well, can be a bit of a shock, especially if the kitchen is still uncharted territory. How is a boy to cope? Well, super cook Susan Brooks to the rescue. Susan.
Yes, my spies have told me that actually quite a lot of students watch this morning instead of going to lectures and getting on with their essays as they should. And so with us this morning are Malcolm, and you are, what are you doing?
History and sociology.
And you're first year?
Second year.
Second year. And also Aaron, and you are doing?
Psychology and communication studies.
And your first year?
Third year.
You sound quite clever chaps. I mean, I would imagine you could cope with anything. I mean, what is the problem?
Well, like, there's 6 of us in our house and we were taking turns cooking for each other. Yeah. But when it's our turn to cook, like, they all bung off to the chippy because they're not too impressed with what comes out of the oven.
And I'm not saying that I'm a bad cook, but I mean, I burn baked beans, cups of tea, toast.
You burn cups of tea?
Well, you know.
Believe it.
You're a really clever boy. I mean, I'm amazed. Look, you two can make a pizza like this. A pizza in a frying pan. Pizzas aren't necessarily something that you buy. Look, you see the dough underneath there? You can do that. And it's good, cheap food and good for you. You've got to learn how to make the dough. I think you're third year, aren't you? Right, you do the A level, that's the dough. You get to rest just for a minute. We've already weighed you 4 ounces of plain and 4 ounces of wholemeal flour, and that's all I'm doing for you. I'm not going to actually do anything else. You've got your recipe here. Right, so you're going to put a teaspoonful of mixed herbs in there. Yeah, a bit of salt. Go on, Auntie Susan will do the salt for you. Make a little hole in the middle. We cooks call this a well. We're making a well in the centre of the flours. And that's a rather nice well. You're doing well. You want a tablespoon of oil. You know the difference between a tablespoon and a... Yeah, they're the big, a serving spoon. Oh, yeah, not a pudding spoon. You'll help to measure the oil if you actually hold the spoon level, but never mind. Right, that's a tip. Okay, so the oil in. I've done this recipe specially for you. Put your milk in now, 1/4 pint of milk, because I thought you might have technical difficulties with rubbing in fat. Right, I thought oil would be easier. Now, all you have to do is mix that up, and it should come into a ball of dough. You're on your own, love. No, you're going to do that in a minute. Right. Oh, yes, you're both going to make a pizza. Toppings, what, I mean, is anybody vegetarian? Do you all eat...
No,
yeah?
It's sort of half and half. A lot of them are vegetarians, yeah.
Do you eat fish?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
So we could put tuna fish. You see, a small tin of tuna isn't very expensive. I've got a tin of tomatoes there. Now, look, just get that bowl. If you buy tin tomatoes plain like that, they're much cheaper, only 25p. Let's put a bit of seasoning in that, salt and pepper. Do you like garlic?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, you could use crushed garlic, but you'd probably have the bulb hanging around till it went mouldy. This is garlic puree in a tube, and if we put about 1 inch in that, that's like a clove of garlic. Oh, right. That's about 2 cloves of garlic. Mash that up with a fork, and then you can get on... When that will make... There's enough there for 2, actually. One of these tins would do 2 pizzas. Right. Perhaps we might slice some tomatoes, pepper, cheese. What, you know, you can be creative here, Malcolm. Be really creative with the toppings of the pizza. Vary it. I hope you'll do a different one each. Oh, my dear, your dough.
It's not your perfect dough.
Your dough is nearly ready. Let's abandon the spoon and get stuck in. Your hands are clean, aren't they? Put your hand... Get it all into one lump. Go on. More into one lump. Because then we're going to roll this out on here, and you put a bit of flour on there. Get it all together. Maybe, perhaps we were a little short on the milk, do you think?
Yeah, a bit more liquid.
A little more liquid. We're getting rather technical here, aren't we?
I know.
It's really rather lovely. They learn quickly, these boys. I did say you flour the board, because otherwise it'll stick to it. Then you roll it out, and you cook it, actually, in a frying pan. Have you got a frying pan?
Yeah, we have, yeah.
I thought you might have.
It's got a bit of burnt stuff on the bottom from last time.
Yeah, well, clean it out before you start.
Right.
Cook your dough each side, put your topping on under the grill. What could be easier? Go on, roll your dough out. What do you think of them so far, Charles?
I think they're doing wonderfully, but you're neglecting one important item, which is what they're going to drink with it.
But do you think they deserve a drink?
I think they definitely deserve a drink. Here's a small glass for you. Do you prefer red or white? I brought one of each.
Well, with pizza, you see, Italian, I'd tend to drink red, I think,
now, in fact, I think you'll find that a white would go better. But, since we haven't actually created them yet, I'll give you 1 glass of each. Now, this is the kind of range of wines that you can get from any supermarket, all of them less than £3.50. most of them less than £3. These two wines
This is
I've
to keep you
chosen
going,
here.
boys.
Yeah. These two wines here, Côte de Frontonnet, this comes from Safeway, £2.65. This comes from Waitrose at £5.25 for the big bottle. A Vermentino di Sardegna, this is £5.25, so a bottle equivalent price would be £2.63½. Eminently affordable, jolly good with pizza.
Do you enjoy that, boys? They're
Yeah.
too busy cooking to do
Ah,
it.
wonderful,
Listen,
wonderful.
these
What
two are
application.
doing really well. But if you're a student and you're clueless in the kitchen, whether you've got to cook dinner for, say, your vegetarian girlfriend, or you're trying to feed the 5,000 on a tight budget, do drop me a line. We'll see if we can help. You could be on the telly. You should write to College Cuisine this morning, P.O. Box 400.
Sally, I'm dying for this. I'm starving. Oh, no.